Really, the first trend is this evolving workforce. And I talked about the demographics evolving. There's just a changing dynamic in the mindset, the culture, the makeup of your workforce. As I mentioned, boomers, that's Brett, you and I, and pretty much anybody that's, in their 40s and above, late 30s actually and above. I think it starts somewhere around 40 years of age right now. We are no longer the majority in the workforce. We're not, and that's something we got to get our head around. However, we still maintain, just because of our experience in the workforce, the majority of supervisory leadership positions in the workforce, but we have to change our mindset if we're going to be dealing with some of these changing dynamics we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, like you said, we've now shifted clearly to where the millennials, you got Gen Z in there too, but the millennials are now the largest, group in that. So, you can get into this whole debate, especially if you're a boomer, that like that's like the boomers are better or that type of thing. I don't really think that's the debate. I think it's really more around just understanding the reality. The boomers grew up in a generation where they had not better, but a different type of approach to work or a different type of work ethic or the types of work and that type of thing. So really now, as employers, as you deal with the reality of this new generation, it's really understanding what are the things that matter to them and the values and this more diversity and a greater need for flexibility and independence. This group, I think the flexibility, Tim, comes into almost as much as you got to make them feel a little bit more in charge. It's a little more collaborative than, hey, just do what we say type of thing. There's less loyalty. We've seen this for a while now. We just talked about a minute ago, you had 4.4 million people leave their jobs. So there's clearly less loyalty to a company. You hear it a lot. Tim and I's dads, for example, or parents, very likely would have worked for the same company for
decades.
Yeah, forever. And that's less likely. Doesn't mean it can't happen. If you can create a great culture, maybe people will. But in general, there's less loyalty to that. And then just impact to people care about things that are sustainable and what's my company doing and those kind of things. So all of that is starting to have an impact.